staying loose in those matches is always important.
So Fine now improves to 8-5, and that's a ranked opponent, a ranked wrestler getting a win over another ranked wrestler. So that'll be huge come next week for the coaches. As Joe Curtis will get us going at 197. He's ranked number 32. It'll be Nate Taylor at 197 for Penn.
Another good bout here. Joe looking inside control here. We've seen good adjustments by the Columbia team, being able to get to their offense a little bit more. Keeping the Penn guys off of their legs has been very helpful. As we saw the last couple of matches, they've been able to have their defense work in their favor a little bit more, capitalizing on those positions.
They really got going with that high-scoring match at 165 from Jaden Lee. It was a 15-11 decision in favor of Penn, but Jaden Lee was able to pick up the offense, followed by back-to-back wins from McGill and Fine. And now Joe Curtis at 197 for Columbia. He's running to the outside.
Hard snap by Nathan. Had Joe kind of running for the edge, trying to keep his legs clear. Right back into it. A lot of forward pressure from these guys. Joe back in on collar tie here, as Nathan looks to work back inside.
Curtis went 5-1 at the Franklin Marshall Open. Good showing for him. 3 pins and 2 tech fall victories.
Hard club by Joe. Curtis looking to get his offense going, trying to feel him out, trying to feel Nathan out.
Taylor, just a freshman out of Connecticut, won 102-7 at 4 years at the Green Farms Academy, coming off a Type 2 1-decision loss. It's Ibrahim Amir of Drexel. Still looking for our first shots of this one.
Both of these guys pretty heavy on their collar ties. We've seen a couple of snaps. I think it's safe to assume that they're looking for their shots off of their snaps, trying to move each other right now. Good forward pressure from both of them. Well, it looks like they're just kind of standing there. There's a lot of pressure that goes into it. Little drives off that back foot every now and then. Trying to snap or potentially get to a different tie off of those hard pressure situations. And Joe back in on inside collar tie. Same thing for Taylor.
40 seconds.
Still haven't seen a shot attempt here. "30 seconds left in this bout, and we'll see if one of them can maybe get a late shot off these closing seconds.
Our team score is 12-10 in favor of Penn as we approach 20 seconds to go here in period 1. Just doesn't seem like a whole lot open for either of these two to get some offense.
No, they've been staying pretty much upper body in clubs, trying to stay on the inside control.
Yeah, we're gonna wait till it ends.
5 seconds to go, and it looks like these two wrestlers will let the clock hit 000. No score after period 1.
The score is after 1. It is 197 match between Nathan Taylor and Joe Curtis.
0-0.
Here in the second period. Still a lot of hand fighting to start this one. Curtis, his first real shot attempt, nicely defended.
A couple of these shot attempts have really been just trying to gauge each other's distance, seeing what legs they can get to. After the first period, a lot of upper body hand fighting. A couple snap attempts worked in, and Joe looks for that single pretty fast and works up to a leg now. Back into that tie.
Really nicely defended, got high up on that leg for just a moment.
Wasn't able to close the distance off of that shot. He got to the ankle and then worked up to the body, and Taylor did a good job of getting his hips away and getting his head in front, defending that single leg position. We'll see if Taylor can get his offense going as well. Seems to be that a lot of these shots are coming off of the snaps or the clears and kind of that open space moment. So as they move into it, we'll see what they can work up. Hard collar tie back for Joe. Now we see Taylor working into an underhook a little bit.
There goes
Shot
Taylor.
attempt. And Joe's able to circle behind, get in on a leg, and finishes on top for 3 points.
Curtis loves his pins. Could be trying to go to a pinning combination here under 30 seconds to go in the second. Riding time finally begins. Now just at 10 seconds, but good to get that clock moving in favor of Joe Curtis.
Joe trying to scoop up that leg right now, and Taylor can feel he's sweeping it away. Hard ride here on top, keeping good forward pressure on Taylor.
Get over to 30 seconds of riding time, and over that as this second period comes to a close.
After 2 periods, Columbia leads.
Second period at the end. Hey, help people affected by the California wildfires in 2025. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover. Again, that's redcross.org/ESPN.
Great job, Harris. Thank you so much.
In on the third period here, Joe on top, Taylor on bottom. Curtis doing a good job of sinking in his boot here for a leg ride and breaks Taylor down to the mat. Taylor's trying to come back up. Hard crossface by Joe Curtis and a hard ride here. He's trying to crank him over here.
They're really struggling.
And he's very close to exposure here. Hard crossface by Joe Curtis. He keeps cranking that leg over, exposing his hips, and now he's getting his exposure points off of that hard crossface. And as you mentioned before, Joe's looking for that pin. He's not just looking to ride, but he's looking to pin.
And 3 of them at the Franklin and Marshall Open. Curtis looks like he's flipping them again.
Sink it in a half, deeper and deeper. He's flipping them over, and that's going to look like a pin.
There it is, Joe Curtis, another pin. And now Columbia will go in front, team-wise. Big action at 184 and 197. First 2 matches were all Penn, since then all Columbia. They're in front. Come back for more action after this.